So I've got a sculpin here. We have two different types of sculpin in the state of Michigan, and mostly what I'm looking for here is on these fins, the number of rays, those little bit harder bits, a bit like cartilage, that looking for how many of those are on the underside of this fish. This has 4 rays, so that's going to be a mottled sculpin. And then once I get my ID, I can measure him on the board, again putting his tip of his mouth up against the bump of that board. That looks like a 3.7 to me. And we don't typically take aging structures on our mottled sculpin, so this guy gets to go right back in the river. Thank you. And fun mess of sculpin in here for me. Sometimes they're a little bit difficult to tell, and this one has obviously, you can see his belly there, had a very nice meal. So I just try and spread his fin up against my finger, and I've got 3 there. So that is going to be a slimy sculpin.
Slimy sculpin.
3.5. 3. Yep. Slimy.
Slimy.
Lovely. 3.6.
I'll give you one while I do one.
Oh, I see. I get the little one.
And you may ask, why is it important to identify these
slimy.
two separately? It is important to know that, one, that they're still persistent in the stream.
3 even.
We look at relative abundance. So today we actually sampled time and distance on that sampling reach. Earlier today we did a lot longer. So this was roughly 100 feet. We did a 1,000-foot reach earlier this morning. So we do a variable distance and time, so we can get an idea for relative abundance. How many of these are there per a distance of stream? Or how many did we sample in an amount of time that we spent? That one's 3 as well.
3?
Yeah.
Slimy. Lovely.
What's the longest fish you guys have caught out, you know, not just out, I mean, not just out here, but just in general?
Yeah, we get that question a lot. You know, what's the most exciting thing that you maybe shocked or, you know, floated up on the boat while you're out there? In general, the really exciting thing for us is maybe seeing some fish that returned to us. So if we did stock fish, that's exciting to see that we actually had that returning. That means it was successful. We're also really excited to see native species that maybe we didn't encounter previously. So that's exciting. But for us, as far as size, we're not going to get any bigger than our lake sturgeon in the state of Michigan. That has 3.
Got 3. Lovely.
So lake sturgeon are typically the largest fish that we run into. Those are adult. Obviously, they can be upwards of 200 pounds, right? 6 feet long, all that thing.
3 to
But we have a lot of conservative and partnered efforts to try to restore and rehabilitate their population statewide.
Got you. So when you guys get done with this, you know, and how soon do you send those samples off to where they need to go?
So right now we're still in the collection, doing several streams here across Houghton County, Marquette County, and even on the east end of the Upper Peninsula as well. So we're looking to wrap this up probably at the beginning of November. Hopefully we get these packaged up, sent down to the genetics lab at Michigan State University. They'll run those. It actually takes a few weeks to get those run and processed and samples, and those samples completely all the way through. We're looking at the end of January, to be honest, to get the genetic material back and the information back. Then we have to interpret that data. We'll have the geneticists help us out with that. It's pretty complicated and complex. But at the same time, we'll have that information coming back. It'll then begin that process of really what is it telling us on the fisheries management side. We might know what it says on the genetic side. It's like, okay, it says this level of diversity or this level of complexity. But how does it apply to what we do here in the field?
Got you. Wow. It's a lot of like scientific stuff you guys gotta go through and stuff like that. Corey, I know you said that you also like teach this stuff as well to students, correct? I mean, how do you like what is the goal behind that, and you know, to make sure that, you know, people know that you guys do this, and you know, this is something that people can do as a career as well?
Sure, just like all of us, we're all young ones, and we all had a passion for the outdoors and really wanted to preserve and protect what we had as natural resources. So as we all grew up, you know, we wanted to become more knowledgeable, and we were very curious about things. So when we go into a classroom or if we're doing an outreach event, we're always trying to inform folks to be aware of their surroundings, what they have available to them, and really be blessed by that. I mean, we live in Michigan, and we have the most abundant natural resources, maybe arguably in the country, and arguably in the world, I guess, for me being a little bit biased on that, because I have so much passion for what we have here in Michigan and want to protect that and preserve it. So the idea when we go into classrooms, we want to make sure that they know who we are and what we're here for. We're servants of the public trust, right? We make sure that we're upholding the public trust of the state of Michigan for the constituents here, our anglers, those anglers who purchase licenses, but also for the general public. So you may go to a stream and say, that's a beautiful waterfall. You may not ever think about what's actually in that stream or how that stream functions. So that type of information is what we're trying to share with our youth, but also the general public who may be very well educated in our youth. So that's a big part of our job.
And especially when it comes to, say, you used a waterfall as an example, it's so much more important to this area than just to be a pretty tourist attraction to look at. So that's kind of what the DNR can help the public uncover. Now, we do have to take another commercial break. I hope you're learning so much from this episode. I hope you'll stay with us. We have just a few more segments left. We'll be back in 3 minutes, everybody.
Looking